Alright guys, my name is Mason Dozier, ISA 4220. Today we're going to be talking about POP3S and SMTPS. Alright, so POP3S, otherwise known as Post Office Protocol Secured, is a protocol for receiving emails by downloading it to your computer from a mailbox that's located through your ISP or your Internet Service Provider or on an application. This is an application level protocol. If you're using regular POP3, then you're going to be using port 110, but for POP3S, uses port 995. Alright, so basically you connect to this mail server and messages available to the client are determined when POP3 session opens the mail drop and are identified by message numbers local to that session or optionally by a unique identifier assigned to the message by a POP server. Mail is marked and retrieved for deletion by the message number as well. When the client exits the session, mail marked for deletion is removed from the mail drop. To download POP3, or in order to establish a POP3S session, you must first set up a mail server for your system. Once the server is set up, you can then install the POP3S service. Once the POP3S service is downloaded and configured to your mail server, you can restart the mail server and apply your settings. Alright guys, so the hardening recommendations for POP3S. The first one is you're going to want to limit the number of connection attempts to the server to help mitigate the risk of DOS attacks or distributed DOS attacks. And to do this, you're going to want to do it while you're configuring the mail server. While you're doing that, you'll set a limit on the connection attempts to the server itself. The next tip for hardening for POP3S would be to limit the number of forwarding addresses to only known ranges of users. That allows only specific users to transfer emails on the server, and it helps eliminate risk of a relay attack. And then you're also going to reject any emails from well-known blacklisted malicious IP addresses. So you're going to want to maintain a blacklist for this server's. All right, moving on to SMTPS, or Simple Mail Transfer Protocol Secure. And this is a method of securing the Simple Mail Transfer Protocol using transport level security. All right, and this is going to help provide authentication for the two communicating parties and improve data integrity and confidentiality. So SMTP will work normally at an application layer, but the connection is secured by SSL and TLS using the secure protocol. So this uses port 25 when it's making a communication between two servers, but if the mail client itself is connecting to a mail server, then it uses port 587. So as I said before, this is basically just a way of securing SMTP. So SMTP is a protocol that allows for the process of storage and forwarding for emails to operate. So SMTP is what actually facilitates the process for how emails are sent and stored. And SMTPS is just a secure protocol to help protect that transfer. Okay, so a couple hardening recommendations for SMTPS. First one is going to want to update frequently. This is true for any application or that you have on your system. It ensures that security patches go through properly and the system's not unnecessarily exposed. Mostly includes bug fixes and hot fixes for like security issues and stuff like that. And this just makes sure that you're protected from any outdated issues with the software that attackers may be aware of, but you're not necessarily aware of, that were already fixed with an update. So the next recommendation would be to maintain an IP blacklist. This helps avoid spam and malware from addresses that are unknown, suspicious, or known to be harmful. So basically what this does is just simply tells the server which addresses not to allow through. Or you could maintain a whitelist, which is basically the opposite of a blacklist. What it does is just it lists addresses that should always just be allowed through. Okay, and then the final recommendation would be to limit the number of connections. This helps protect against DOS and DDoS attacks, which are the most typically used attack when trying to exploit the SMTPS protocol. And so it just helps keep your system overall protected from the most likely form of attack.